Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sadashiva-samarambam Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Om. Shloka number 63. Shubhanga Shanti Dhaktashta Kubhuta Kuvaleshayah Gohito Gopatir Gopta Vrishabhaksho Vrishapriyaha. We are going through this Nama in the last class. Shubhangaha, one who has got a beautiful form. Shantidaha, one who gives peace. Srishta, Srishta means the creator. Srishta. And Kumudaha, one who enjoys the earth. Kuvaleshayaha, one who reclines on the waters. And then we saw Gohitaha, Gohitaha, one beneficial to the cows and to the earth. So up to this we have seen in the last class. Now we have to go to the next Nama, 592. Gopatihi. Gopatihi, the Lord of earth and cows. So the word go has got several meanings. Okay, in these two contexts, in go hitaha, hitamnaka, it is a beneficial. Go means either you can interpret as cow or earth. Similarly, go patihi, where you can interpret as earth and cow, and the Lord of both earth as well as cows. The cows, we have seen the story of Krishna, who was taking care of the cows. That's why one of the namas is also called Govinda. Govinda. And we have seen this nama Govinda in 187 and 359. 187 and 539. 539. So there we have seen a different name, different meaning. There we have seen we have seen rescuer of Vedas, and in the other place we have seen known through the Vedas. Govinda means known through the Vedas. So if you take the meaning of go, there are at least 4 meanings you can take it out. One is cow, go means cow, earth, and Vedas is the Veda means the Shabda. So that's what it is. There's one more meaning for go, which is called senses. Senses. Now, all our senses, like seeing and hearing, smelling, all those senses. So, in addition to the Lord of earth and cows, go also means senses, and he is the Lord of senses also. Lord of senses. Senses means what? All our jnanendriyas. We have got karmendriyas and jnanendriyas. Jnana indriyas means the indriyas, the instruments through which the knowledge flows in. So eyes are seeing, and ear is hearing the sound, and nose is smelling, and mouth is tasting the food and other things, and the skin is touching and then experiencing it. So they are called 5 sense organs. So Bhagavan is the Lord of all the senses. So once you pray Lord, you will also have the sense control, because one of the important things is what? Sense control is very important. Not skin control, I can call it as a sense channelization, sensory regulations. That is very important. That is repeatedly emphasized in Gita. It is one of the important qualifications for any spiritual seeker, a mumukshu. So Bhagavan is the one who is the Lord of senses also. Very important nama. Nice one. Gopatihi. So every physical body is a go, like a cow, and is also called pashu. Okay, every physical body is a go, like a cow. It's called pashu, and that's why he is the Pashupati. He is the Pashupati. So he is a Gopati. So Lord of Jivas. So another meaning is he is the Lord of Jivas. So go. This way in the Saiva philosophy, Pashupati, Pasam, all those things will come. So Pashu. So all the Jivas are called Pashus. and he is the Lord of all the Jivas. So he is the one who is called Pashupati, Lord of Jivas. That's what it is. The next one is Gopta. Gopta means the protector. And second meaning is the one who hides. Two meanings are given. So here he is the Gopta, the protector of the universe, the protector of life. He protects all the human beings, every human being, every animal, every plant, every bird, every aquatic being, every deva, and everything in the creation. He is also a protector of life. He is the one who obtains in this body, enlivens it, nourishes it, and makes the body function. And such a fine tuning of the body. The whole networking of the body is perfectly done. In fact, if you go and then look at the anatomy and physiology of the body, you will be fascinated by the Bhagavan's creation. No human being can put it across. They talked about the other day one information came. They talked about the various megapixels of the camera. Like nowadays, every new iPhone model comes and they take about the megapixel. It starts with 1, 2, and then now it is 15, 20 megapixels, they say. Then somebody wrote, what is the megapixel of the eyes? The eyes megapixel is something like 500 plus, 570 or so. The number I don't remember. It's about 570 megapixels. So such a powerful instrument is the eye. So you take every part of the anatomy and how it is interlocked. We can understand the entire physics and chemistry, and it is really, really fascinating. So for the human beings to understand and reproduces the functions of any human organs, like the liver or kidney, is mind-boggling. So he is the Gopati and Gupta, and also he as though hides himself by his Maya. He is Gopta because the true nature of God, the Ishvara Swarupam, the Paramarthika Swarupam, which is what? Which is Asabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, as given in the Upanishad. So, the true nature of God, which is the original Swarupam, that is what technically we call it as a Brahman in our Vedantic language. That Brahman, God, Lord, is hidden from all of us. By whom? By the so-called Maya. Maya Shakti hides us. Hides in the sense, if you require to jump over the Maya and understand who the Lord is. If you want to really understand the Ishvara Swarupam, then you have to tell Maya Devi, please pardon me. Who is Maya Devi? Maya Devi is what? Trigunatmika Maya, who is made up of all the three gunas. That's what the whole world is made up of, three gunas. And if you want to discover the real Ishvara Swarupam, then you have to Maya Metam Tarandite. You have to remove that, jump over or cross over the Maya, for which, and then what you do? Then you will really understand. Your buddhi will be very clear. So it is as though he hides himself by his Maya. He is Gupta. So the verbal root gup has the meanings of both protecting and hiding. So you can take both the meaning and interpret. So protecting and hiding. Then Vrishabhaksha, one whose vision is dharma and one whose eyes rain desired objects. Two meanings are given. One whose vision is dharma, whose eyes rains desired objects. So as seen earlier, in the Vrishabha means dharma. Vrishabha means dharma. Vrishahi Vrishabho Vrishno, shloka number 28. Okay, Nama number 257. So there Vrishabha means dharma. He has got this aksha, eyes on dharma all the time. Bhagavan is keeping a watch on all of our behaviors in the earth. He is watching all the 7.3 or 7.4 billion people's behaviors. He is closely watching. Okay, so, or dharma itself is aksha, drishti, vision. So that is, he is a Vrishabhaksha. That means the expression of dharma is very important for a human being. Dharma is like the eyes of Dharma, Bhagavan. So anybody going against the dharma is like damaging his eyes. Is like damaging his eyes. So understand. So that's why yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata Abhyutanam adharmasya tatatmanam srijamyaham. So Bhagavan is the one who is always constantly doing it. That's why Rishabhaksha, because in all his avatars, he has his eye all the time on dharma, keeping dharma as important as the eyes. So, what is the meaning of all these things? What does it mean for me? Takeaway for me, I must follow dharma irrespective of what others do. This is most difficult, especially in the Kali Yuga when so many things are happening and so many people are making money in all kinds of means and so many people are enjoying so many things. And if I have to follow dharma and ethical means of life, then I can only get this much money and I have to be limited myself. You must be able to have the tripti, the santosham, and contentment that this is fine. I'm happy with this. You must be able to have that contentment because you should not fall into adharmic ways and make money. Similarly, you should not, even though you have got the power, you should not abuse your power. Again, adharma. Power is given to do certain things. You are the CEO, you are the big manager of a company, you have got 500 people working for you. You must follow dharma. So in everywhere you must follow dharma. Dharma can never be violated. You must follow. Why? He is a Vrishabhaksha. He is following and tracking all of us. He knows he is tracking all of us. Don't try to justify that man did and so I am doing it. No, no, you cannot do that. If you want to spiritually progress, you cannot. You want again, because the moment you violate dharma, then what happened? One more papa you are acquiring. So what is known, you should not make mistakes knowingly. So once you drop all the mistakes knowingly, many of the things can be dropped. Go to Tirukural, first section, first chapter of Tirukural called Arthapal. It means what is dharma? Bhagavan beautifully puts it. You don't need to go anywhere, especially for Tamil students. I would strongly encourage you to do the first 38 chapters, sections, which is 380 quarrels in the Tirukural. So, what you should do, what you should not do. Ozhukkamudamai, and then Pulal Maruttal, Kallulnamai, like this, what all the things to be done, what should not be done. He clearly puts it. Very simple, easy to understand. Even those who do not know Tamil, I have told you already, please buy an English text, English one, and then you put it. Even our Modi ji is quoting Koral in wherever he speaks. Not only in Tamil Nadu when he comes, he quotes it everywhere because he appreciates it. So Koral is so easy to understand. So Vrishabhaksha means what? He is a Vrishabhaksha means he is the one whose vision is dharma, and whenever dharma goes away, he descends in and takes avatara. In which way we do not know. Don't limit yourself to only the 10 avataras which is given. No, he is taking avatara every day. And as I told you, coronavirus is also an avatara giving a great warning for the human beings. If you are not doing, we will have a third world war. We will put atomic bomb against each other and wipe out the entire earth. Not far away. Be careful. So we have to come to senses. Anyhow, that's what. Then the other meaning is he is Vrishabhaksha because he is Akshi. Vrishabhaksha because he is Akshi. The mere look is capable of raining all desirable things on us. He is Akshi. There are so many Carnatic music poems, songs which have been composed with this Akshi, where we are looking for Kadaikan Parvai. You want to have the grace of Lord, let him see his eyes towards us. Bhagavan is seeing all of us. Please understand. Again, you should not get enamored by this literal meaning. What does it mean? Bhagavan's grace, when Sakshi, his eyes are going on, means what? His grace. Who Bhagavans will give you grace? Bhagavan's grace will come only for those who are using their free will and live a life of dharma. I will repeat. Bhagavan's grace, Anugraha, Bhagavan's Akshi will fall on us. He will see us, put it in a literal way, when we follow the dharma as enumerated in the Vishnu Sahasranamam. Vishnu Sahasranamam itself gives you all the do's and don'ts. So you follow the dharma, then Bhagavan's grace will be there for all of us. Once Bhagavan's grace is there, then we can encash Bhagavan's grace by what? You can either be a materially be a prosperous person and earn wealth and enjoy the wealth and then enjoy the pleasures. That is one way, which is a primitive way. The other one is you use your dharma where you encash the punyam for what? For moksha, for understanding myself. When I say all these things, don't think it's not cock and bull stories. All these things are very clearly elaborately enumerated in the Vedas. I'm not talking anything without Veda Pramanam. Everything is there in the Veda because the invisible punyam and papam is beyond science. Because when you talk about all these things, sometimes you wonder, is it true? Is it possible? Is it so? Even a lot of people who are so-called religious people, pious people who have got a lot of bhakti, when you hear such things, you will always wonder, is it really true? Is it so? That is where we say Shraddha on the Vedas, Astikya Buddhi is very, very important. So, trust the Vedas because it is beyond science. Because our five sense organs can travel and then can analyze only the one which is in front of us, which is the Anatma, the world, and it is incapable of what Veda is revealing. So science can, as our Swamiji often says, science can neither prove nor disprove what Veda says. So you have to take that as a pramanam, as a sixth instrument, and say. So Bhagavan's mere look will give you all the reigning, all the desirable things. When we become the fit receptacle, when we become the patra, when we deserve, he will get it. His blessing his grace is uniformly available. Be using my free will. If I am able to lead a dharmic life, Bhagavan's grace will always be there. And he knows when to shower the blessings. Ryan King said when it is to be given. Kushela never asked anything. His wife said, you are so poor, you say you are Krishna's classmate. Why can't you go and get it something? He took the so-called the poha, the rice flakes, and then went to Dwaraka. And Krishna hugged him and then did the Pada Puja to him. And then he washed his feet and then brought him and then made him comfortable. And he gave him the poha and then Krishna ate it. And then Krishna said, fantastic. And Kushela did not want to ask anything. He kept quiet. But Krishna knows. Why? Because his wife is pushing him to go and get it. So what happened? Immediately, his wife, Krishna knows. So Krishna said bye-bye to Kushela. By the time he reached his house, by the time everything is filled up. Everything is filled up. Similarly, Bhagavan Krishna goes to Astinapuram, and instead of going to Duryodhana's, when he was trying to do the truce envoy, that's what. That time Kushela, which is the place he wants to choose Kushela's 1-star hotel, not Astinapuram 10-star. And then where in the fit of a conversation, they peeled the banana, gave the peel to Krishna, and then he ate it. And then the lady threw the banana, the fruit. Krishna ate it. So there are so many stories are there, which again gives you. So you must use your free will. All of us must use our free will to be the recipient, be the worthy of Bhagavan's grace. Then Bhagavan's the Akshi will fall on us. Once it comes, then there's no backing up. Then you are somewhere. So, and how you should use the grace? Use the grace for those who are mundane people, use it for Artha Kama. Whereas the dharma has to be used, those who are sensible, use for spiritual progress, for otherwise called moksha. This is the meaning. Then Vrishapriya, a great lover of dharma. Vrishapriya. Bhagavan is a Vrishapriya, great lover of dharma, because he wants you to love dharma. For a human being, dharma is very, very important thing. Bhagavan's love is dharma, Bhagavan is dharma. If you say, I want to look for Bhagavan, you should look for dharma. Very simple. If a person is suspected of having done a crime, Where will the police look for him? In his favorite haunts like a gambling place or a bar, because the person is known to have a love for these things. In the case of some other persons, one may have to look for them in the temples or satsangs, because he is there. That is where their love is. So too, Bhagavan's love is in dharma. Bhagavan's love is in dharma. Therefore, we have to conform to dharma all the time. I told you, when in doubt, always ask. Three layers of decision making process. Either you can go to the Vedas directly, or you can go to the allied scriptures, or you can ask some elderly learned people for guidance. Wherever there's a dharma shankata, where there's a confusion, decision tree has to be there, reach out. The Shastra says, go to Tirukural, go to Bhagavad Gita. Every answer is there. So here we are describing Ishvara. Why is he said to be Vrishapriya, Dharmapriya? This is to show that we have to conform to Dharma, to be beloved to him. We have to learn to love what is beloved to him. He is a Vrisha in the form of Dharma. He is a Priya, beloved to all. Therefore, he is a Vrishapriya. Let me give you one more quotation from the Veda itself, and then I will move on. In the Veda, there is one Upanishad called Mahanarayaniya Upanishad. Mahanarayaniya Upanishad, it comes in the Taitriya Samhita, Taitriya Upanishad. It comes in the Krishna Yajurveda. It comes in the Krishna Yajurveda as the fourth one. After the three Upanishads, sections of Taitriya Upanishad, this is the fourth one which comes. In that, there's a last section where there are two mantras which are there. I want to give them as well as explain, because everything is what Bhishmacharya gives only from Veda, what Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita is only from Veda. Everything is basis is Veda. So I want to touch upon some references from Veda and give it to you. Dharmo Vishwasya Jagata Pratishta Loke Dharmishtam Praja Upasarpanti Dharmena Papamapanudati Dharme Sarvam Pratishtitam Tasmat Dharmam Paramam Vadanti. What does it mean? Dharma is the fundamental for the existence of this universe. And the good people are always following Dharma. They are seeking Dharma. And one can wash off all the sins in Dharma. Everything is happening only on the basis of Dharma. And also always, so the elders are saying what? The Upanishad says. Tasmat Dharme Sarvam Pratishtitam Tasmat Dharmam Paramam Vadanti. Upanishad says, the elders are saying like this. That's how the Upanishadic language is. Upanishads comes from the Sakshat Bhagavan, the Shruti comes from the Bhagavan, and there it says, no, the elders are saying Dharma is more important. That's what he says. And there's one more thing which is coming in the previous section. I'll look at it. Now, Dharma iti dharmena sarvamitam parigrihitam dharmanati dushkaram tasma dharme ramante. Dharmam is the best. That's what everybody says. And because of Dharma is only this whole world is surviving. That's what everything is happening. And it says, okay, the Veda says, there's nothing more difficult than following Dharma. There is nothing more difficult here. There's nothing more difficult than following Dharma. If you are able to follow Dharma, then nothing else is difficult. It's so easy. So if you are able to follow Dharma, so there's nothing difficult than this. Therefore, those who are following Tasma Dharme Ramante, those who are following Dharma, they are enjoying, they are satisfied, they are very happy, they are reveling themselves in Dharma itself. They are reveling themselves in Dharma itself. They don't worry about the Artha, Kama, whatever I have, whatever I am enjoying, how much money I have got in my bank balance, nothing. They are Dharme Ramante. So they are reveling in the Dharma. Because the Dharma, the life of Dharma is all the time should be there. That's why when we are bringing up the children, especially in the modern day, the materialistic life is there, and then it has deeply come into the Indian society also, and it is ruining, it is changing. I will not even call it the Bhagavan Srishti, right? I will not call it as a ruining. That's how India is also now. What is happening is there is a huge materialistic tendency. In the last 300 years of industrialization, last 50 years of globalization, as exponentially increased the materialistic craving, which was unprecedented, which was not seen in the last thousands of years. Okay, that is this is the witness of, this is the part of history we are witnessing now. And in this materialistic society, one has to follow dharma. That means one has to initiate oneself from the early childhood itself. That means catch them young. So you have to teach dharma at the formative ages. Unfortunately, the schools don't teach, because schools cannot talk about anything. The schools cannot talk about religion. It has to be agnostic, right? So schools don't do it. So the parents have to step in and teach dharma. How do you teach dharma to children? You follow dharma, that children will follow you. That's the best way. Yadyat acharati shrestha tattadyeva itaro janah sayat pramanam kurte lokas tadanu vartate. Bhagavan says in Gita. So it is you follow, people, your children will follow. So you follow dharma, and then your children will follow dharma, and then teach them the nice things. Atichudi, Konrai Vendan, Bhagavad Gita, Thirukural. Give them all the, ask them to memorize and give the meaning. We are conducting classes in everything. For children also, we are conducting classes. Reach out, we will give you. There's one organization in Malaysia, one gentleman, they are doing a phenomenal work. And they are taking the formative age of children 6 to 8, and then ask them to memorize Atichudi, Konrai Vendan, other things in Tamil, by the way, in all those things, and Thirukural, few Kurals, and then they give meaning. Like they have put a 3-year curriculum. You learn, you will never go away. The children have got such a photographic power. Anyhow, that's what. So this is about dharma. He has given analyze, and I have spent quite a bit of time on this. And then now we go to the Vishapriya, then we have to go to the shloka number 64. Okay. Anivarti nivrittatma Sankshepta Shema Krichivah Shivats Savaksha Shivasah Shipati Shrimatam Varaha Anivarti Nivrittatma Shamkshepta Shema Krichivah Shivat Savaksha Shivasa Shipati Shrimatam Varaha. Certain things when you memorize, you do faster. When you slowly want to chant, doesn't come. So that's what happens sometimes. Okay. So 596 Nama Anivarti. Anivarti, one who never turns away. Normally in life we find that love for anything does not last long. People say, I love you. Swami Jayananda's famous quote. People say, I love you for a length of time, and then they say, I love you. Meaning what? They do not want to have anything to do with you, with that person thereafter. Is Bhagavan's love for dharma is also like that? No. Bhagavan is anivarti. Being a lover of dharma, dharmat na nivartate. Dharmat na nivartare. That means what? He never deviates, turns away from dharma. He is always busy in his work, and we should be grateful for that, because he is. If suddenly Bhagavan retreats from dharma, then we will all be flying in the air. Tomorrow Bhagavan says, I am bored, because sometimes what we say today, the boring is the famous thing. Even a 4-year-old child starts saying it is boring. I'm not getting mathematics. It's a boring subject. What? 5-year, 4-year LKG children are talking this word boring. If Sarma Bhagavan says every day I have to rotate all these things, let me stop the earth for some time, what will happen? Or Bhagavan says the gravity is too much, it is pulling down. I will not use the gravity for one day. What will happen? We'll all be floating. Or Bhagavan says the Vayu, okay, let us stop blowing it. What will happen? All things will go haywire. So Bhagavan is not bored at all. Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. Nanavap tamavaptavyam vartayevaja karmani. I have got nothing to do accomplish in the 3 worlds. There's nothing which is favorite or Now, avaptavyam, anavaptavyam. There's nothing to be accomplished or not to be accomplished. Yeah, but I continue to do my work. Why? Bhagavan is following his dharma. What? Sustaining this whole universe. So he never turns away. He never deviates, turn away from dharma. He is always busy in his work. So we should be grateful for that, because if suddenly Bhagavan retreats from dharma, then we will have a problem. So for the sake of establishing dharma, when the asuras have to be put down, he never retreats from the job till it is done. Hence he is anivarti. He is anivarti. So he never turns away. So those who are following dharma, he will protect you. Paritranaya sadhuna, vinashaya dushkrutam, dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So beautiful nama, anivarti. So that's what it is. Then nivrittatma. Nivrittatma. This nama we have seen in 229 also. One who is turned away by nature. One who is turned away by nature. If he is always busy in his work, is he then a karta, a doer, or is he attached to his job? No. He is nivrittatma. Ever turned away from the sense pleasures. He is not having anything to be accomplished. He does not want. He is, yes, he is full. Okay, he is full. Purnatvam is there in Bhagavan. So he doesn't need to enjoy something. Even though in the Vishwarupa Darshana, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is showing everybody is going inside the in the Pralaya Kalam. That's what is depicted in the Vishwarupa, where everybody is, all those Bhishma, Drona, everybody are going into his mouth, and everybody is getting chewed, and Bhagavan is enjoying it. No, you don't take it literally. Clearly, it comes. So it is not that way. So he doesn't have any sense pleasures at all. So again, Bhagavan gets this name because we look at him from our own standpoint. So we think what Bhagavan is enjoying it. No, he doesn't have any sense of such thing. So to turn away mind away from things, we should have some blow in life. But he is Nivritta Swarupa. By his nature, he is away from everything. Otherwise, he is Asangaha. He is unattached. He is unattached. That is why in the 229th Nama, we interpreted Nivrittatma as free from samsara. Free from samsara. That's what the interpretation we gave there. So here he is always, he never turns away his work. He does what he has to do all the time. What he does depends on what we do, what we deserve. That's what we do. So that's what it is. So that's where Bhagavan says in Gita, Namam karmani limpanti name karma palespriha. Name partasti kartavyam. All those things you can take. That's what it is. So Nivrittatma. Then Sankshepta. Sankshepta means one who compresses everything. One who compresses everything. So he is Sankshepta, the one who compresses everything, makes it brief. He makes life brief, happiness brief, and so on. Everything that we want is a brief. Now, what we do not want seems to be long. So he seems to be a Sankshepta. He can project as well as withdraw. In the tree, he projects, he elaborates, making the tree with so much of foliage, flowers, fruits, and the roots, everything. He can also collapse the whole tree into a seed. Hence, he is a Sankshepta. And in all the seeds, in the seeds, all the details are not seen. But in the tree, they are all there. So Bhagavan is both an elaborator and a compressor. He is like a Vyasa who can elaborate with great details, and also he can compress everything into a seed where there's no differentiation of root, trunk, leaf, and so on. So this is with reference to the tree. Similarly, at the time of Pralaya, resolution, he makes the expanded Jagat compressed, everything into a capsule form. Everything nowadays we call it as in the computer form, chip form. Nowadays, so much of data is there, everything is compressed. We have got cloud, everything is there in a chip form, in a microchip, everything is available. So he makes, if we can do this much, Bhagavan can bring everything in the Pralaya, he sucks everything and bring it into a capsule form. He makes the entire universe into a subtle, unmanifest form, as though in the form of a seed. That's why he is Sankshipta. The next one is what? Shemakrit. One who protects what has been acquired. One who protects what has been acquired. He protects the whole tree in the seed, and when the time is right, the plant germinates. So, Kshema is, so Kshema means protection. So it is protected in the unmanifest form, then later it is manifest, and in the manifest form it is again protected. So he is never a destroyer, he is always a Kshemakrit, protecting the whole world either in the Vyakta form, Vyakta means manifest form, or in the Avyakta form, unmanifest form. That means this whole Jagat will be keep on recycling. Anadikalam he is doing it. So there is a two words called yoga and kshema. It comes in the Bhagavad Gita. Ananyas chintayam tomam ejana paryupasate tesham nitya vyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. The Shankara says in a commentary. So yoga means apraptyasya prapanam. So acquiring what we do not have is called yoga. One more meaning of yoga. Yoga has got multiple meanings. Here the yoga means acquisition. Apraptyasya prapanam. Then Shema means praptasya rakshanam, protecting what is already acquired. Okay, Bhagavan is Shema Krit. We also do what you do in the first 40, 50 years of life or 60 years of life. We keep on acquiring various things, and comes a stage where you are jobless or you're retired, whatever it is, then we are going to a Kshema mode. So whatever it is there, we want to protect. I don't want to lose my investments, put it to some safe deposits. There's nothing called safety here. We try to save somewhere and try to put it, thinking it is safe. Now, what Swamiji used to say, Dena Bank. So the bank itself will be gone finally. So Dena Bank. So like this. So you try to put it, but nothing in the world is safe. Who is safe? Ananya Shintayam Toma. Only you have to think of Lord all the time. He is the one who is the ultimately is the Shemakrita. He is the one who gives you yoga and Shema. So he is the one who will give you Shema means what? Whatever you get, you deserve, you will get it, and then he will protect it for you. So be in the thought of Lord, because he is the ultimate owner of everything. We are all only the temporary ownership or custodian of things. We don't own anything. Understand this. Then Shiva, the purifier. We have seen this Nama in 27th Nama. Shiva means Mangalam, auspiciousness. Here it says purifier. He is essentially Shiva, the auspiciousness. Not only is he auspicious, he makes us auspicious. He purifies us. So, for those who have got this fight between this and this means what? Horizontal line and vertical line. Here Bhagavan says Vishnu's one Nama is Shiva. Incidentally, you must note down. Okay. There's a saying, okay, you understand Hari and Shivan are one and the same only. There's only one God named by the roles they play. That it is played. That's the God is only one. Ekameva Advitiyam. Eko Vishnu Bhagad. So here the Nama is Shiva. So don't ever have these divisions. And there is only Vishnu is the God and Shiva is not. Because I have seen, unfortunately, not everybody, I have seen some of those people who was following the Vaishnava Sampradaya. They will not go and walk in the street where there's a Shiva temple or a Ganapati temple is there. I know of such people, by the way. Okay, they will not keep anything. What unfortunate foolishness it is. There are few people. They should study this Nama. Here he says Shiva. Shiva means Mangalam, auspiciousness. So what? He purifies us. There's also similarly one shloka is coming in Bhagavad Gita, and there both the Maheshwara and Purushottama will come one after other in one of the Namas, in one of the shlokas in Bhagavad Gita. Because normally when you say Maheshwara, you think immediately Shiva. And Purushottama means Krishna. All these things are very superficial, lowly, people of low intellectual caliber doing those differences. Properly understand the meaning. What does it mean? Then you will be able to appreciate it. So never get into all this low thinking, at least. So he purifies and makes us free from conflicts and inadequacies that are centered on ego. Because ego is what? Everything is hankara. That means I identify with my body, mind. That's what happened. So the ego is only apparent, it does not really exist. Because why? If all the glories belong to Ishvara only and everything is given back to him, we don't own anything, we don't bring anything, we don't go with anything. We all know. But what happens? There is a tons of ego in the short span of 60, 70, 80 years we live, and as if there is no tomorrow, as if I'm not going to part with anything, as if I don't want to give anything, everything is mine, 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 mine. Bhagavan says, Makur Dhanajana Yavana Karvam Garvam Harati Nimesha Kalat Sarvam. Harati. So he is the one. So all the glories belongs to him. So where is the question of ego? So the mere remembrance and repetition of his names itself is a great blessing. That's why Vishnu Sahasranamam has to be compulsorily chanted. If those many people in our customs, many children are taught at the very young age, so we can memorize it, you chant every day. Always ask our Madam Mama M.S. Subbalakshmi, she will come and chant for you at your house every day. Incidentally, I was told, because she is all a very divine mother actually. M.S. Subbalakshmi Amma, it seems all the Venkateswara Suprabhadam and Vishnu Sahasranamam she made, and all those days only CDs and those kinds of tapes, right? All the royalty, it seems somebody said, everything went to charity. Not even a penny. Everything went to charity. Such a great Mahatma, M.S. Amma. So what I'm saying is, the remembrance and repetition of his name itself is a great blessing. Understand them is a greater blessing. The more we understand meaning of these names, the more we are free from all the problems and inner conflicts. In fact, you should make these namas, at least 10 namas, 20 namas compulsorily in the school curriculum. Then you will appreciate the whole thing. Anyhow, so he is a Shivaha. He is the one who is the purifier. Who purifies our mind and gives us and directs our mind in the right direction. He directs us to the right place. What is the right ways it goes? If you follow, earlier we have said dharma. If you follow dharma, you can have artha and kama for a limited purpose, you use it. But he will take us towards moksha. Moksha is the parama purushartha. Ultimate purushartha. Purushartha means human pursuits. Among all the pursuits, moksha is the ultimate. That's what it is. Go on. We'll do one more nama. Then Srivat Savakshaha. One who has got Srivatsa on his chest. Srivatsa Vakshaha. That's how you have to put it. Srivatsa Vakshaha. So Srivatsa Vakshaha. One who has the Srivatsa on his chest. So this is a form given for Upasana. A form given to meditate and alter and think of the Lord. In this form, there is a Srivatsa, a mole-like mark in the which is there, which is permanently present in this Vakshas. Vaksha means what? Chest. So he is called Srivatsa Vaksha. Then Shivasaha. Shivasaha means the abode of Shri. The abode of Shri. Goddess Shri, that is Lakshmi, always dwells in his chest without ever leaving him. Hence he is Shivasa. When we say heart, it means it is united with Aham, I. When he points out to his chest, he is to say Aham. It is his Shakti, strength. So he is Shri. This is his Shakti, his power. So in the Puranic way put it, for Vishnu, Mahalakshmi is in the Vakshastalam. That's what they say. He is the Vakshastalam means residing in the heart. For the Shiva is the Ardhanarishwara. So half is Parvati, half is Shiva. So Ardhanarishwara principle. For Brahma, he says the Saraswati, Mrs. Brahma is Saraswati. Saraswati is in the tongue itself. That's what they say. So these are all the ways. What does it mean is, technically speaking, in the Vedantic language putting, it is all talking about the Brahman Maya Sambandha. Brahman and Maya are always together. Okay, that is what is signified by the Srivasaha. Maybe I'll explain this a little more in the next class and continue further Namas in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण मही महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. We'll see you again next class. Hari Om.